So welcome to the Countdown to Pull Time show, live here from Pull Town, USA, Bowling Green, Ohio. Dan Mayer joined by, we've got Dave Schultz here this afternoon, Keith Seiler. Guys, we've made it. We've made it to the biggest weekend. You guys have been working on this since last year, Sunday. You guys started working on this event.
We actually started before that. We actually work about 18 months out. We want to welcome everybody to the 58th Annual National Tractor Pulling Championships presented by Maxim Tire. Cannot wait. About an hour and a half, and we're going to start pulling out here. This is just going to be amazing out this whole weekend. Weather looks like it's going to be great.
The fans have come out early. All the campers are in, and everybody's been walking through the pits, checking out all the vehicles here. What a weekend this is going to be.
Oh, it goes together. I start counting down, Sunday or Saturday night, I'll actually reset that clock so we know the official what next year's going to be. But, everybody here as they come in are just super excited about being here. Tom LaRue was in line to pull his hauler in last Friday night, and it was just, that's the excitement that Bowling Green brings to not only the fans but the competitors. Everybody wants to be here, and we want to have them here.
Yeah, the amazing part was he beat Jeff Odom here. I mean, Jeff's usually the first one here, and he pulled in. He was already here.
First thing I did was I took a picture of Tom's truck and sent it to Jeff and said, number 1 slot's already taken. He was not happy.
Guys, let's talk about all the great things going on here this weekend. We kind of touched on the brand new winner's circle. That's one of the things the fans are going to see. What else are the fans going to see here this weekend?
Go ahead, Keith.
Well, we're going to have some RC cars pulling. We'll also have some kiddie tractor pulls. So if you don't like the noise, you can get into the little kids and have a little fun there. You'll see wonderful, great sponsors all around here, which will be super to see. And then you're going to see, a lot of cool fans and hear a roar, not only from motors, but from the fans.
Absolutely, and that's a part of it. All these fans come out here to have a good time, and that's what we want to do. We want to give these folks a great show, and the competitors, do such a great job with that. But also, it takes these fans here coming out here and getting involved, getting engaged with all what's going on.
The reason why we're all here is because of the fans. If the fans didn't show up, we wouldn't be able to put something like this on. And I know, Keith, you made a comment the other day. How many competitors say they can hear the fans over their engine with their helmet on in the roll cage?
Yeah, how cool is that? After you make your run and you're able to hear the fans roar over that, and the competition here. Over the years, when this event started, back in '67. The blue shirts that got this going said, hey, we want to put on a national pull. How did that all get started? What was the story behind that? How did they just decide that this is going to be the place and this is where we're going to do it?
Well, they had went out and saw another pull that they called it a national pull, and it had kind of floundered, and they said, hey, we need to bring this back to Bowling Green. And actually part of it was they had just put a bunch of money in the covered grandstand, and they wanted to promote the sport of truck and tractor pulling, but they wanted to be able to fill the stand, and at that time it was just the covered grandstand, and they brought in some other things, and it didn't happen overnight. It progressively grew, each year. And I remember, when I came back here and for the first time in 1983, it wasn't nearly what it is now. And I mean, our club at one point had a sled, so the whole us sponsoring, the 2 sleds kind of kicks back to our roots because we had our name on a sled before. I know the big sled, we're going to get you.
Oh, yeah.
That is right off the Heartbreaker 2 sled. So it was really cool that Vaughn and Big did that for us.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And, a sled that, you guys used to travel with down to the farm show. You'd see it at other pulls throughout Ohio. Fort Recovery was one that saw it there, and Ohio State Fair. And it was, you guys were just promoting out there, and you'd always have, the signs on there for Bowling Green weekend as well.
Well, and it all stems back to when, Ed Hart brought, the idea of a national pull here to Bowling Green. And it's amazing, a lot of the people in Bowling Green, in town, don't realize what they have in their own backyard. And people come from all over the world, and somebody might not come from the neighborhood over here because they don't understand what's really here. I tell the town people, come see what the noise is about. They hear the noise, they may see all the traffic. Come see what this is about, because once you come, you're going to be hooked at this thing.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's amazing too. Since the first time I started coming in the late '80s, how things around here have grown up. Like these developments over here, and just all the housing. Wasn't here, and it's neat to see how it has grown over the years. It's just amazing.
Keith, when was the first time you came to Bowling Green?
Oh, I think I was I 14, 15? Who knows? I was young, ready for some serious loud tractors. Very much enjoyed every moment of it. It was, and again, like you said, it's growing. And the crowd, like you were saying, here you are. They're hearing the noise, the neighbors. Well, you need to get here and feel the power now.
Yeah.
You need to feel it.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk about the improvements to the fairgrounds. We see the big grandstand behind us. That's something that was new. And then, the horse barns have pretty much all been replaced over the years. I remember first coming here, and a lot of the pullers with their open trailers, they parked in the horse barns. And, now those are gone and been replaced by nice, beautiful new buildings.
Well, and there's certain things that we, projects that we work on that we just, like when we did the original back in 2005, the original North Side big grandstand, it's something we took on, and we said, hey, we want to do this, and then, the Finish Line Tower, and then the new set of North Side grandstands. But in the last 4 years, we've been working on projects with the Fair Board. We work together with them. One of the things is, the internet, for our sponsors that, said, hey, we need to be able to take credit cards and things like that. We did a security camera system so the FOP can watch the crowd to make sure that, everybody has a safe weekend, with all the crazy things you hear happen at different events and in towns. They're back there, they're on camera right now, so that's kind of cool. But this last year, something really special. And it happened at one of our board meetings. We said, hey, we're getting ready to meet with the Fair Board. What kind of things do we want to work on? And Donald Schaller, our vice president, said, we've talked about the Winner's Circle for over 20 years. He says, we're either going to do something about it, or we're just going to stop talking about it, because every year we need to do something with the Winner's Circle. Well, we meet with the Fair Board about once a month, every other month, kind of do that kind of stuff. And so we sat down, our executive board, their executive board, we sat down and said, okay, what are we going to work on? And the Winner's Circle came up, and Fair Board member Dave Neat said, we've been talking about this for 20 years. We ought to either do something or stop talking about it. And I accused both those guys of going, you guys are in cahoots with each other, because it was like, how could you? They said the same exact thing, and we decided, yeah, we're going to do this. We both set aside, a budget, kind of put it together. But then a town person, Kane Construction, said, we want to be part of this thing. So the collaboration between us and the Wood County Agricultural Society Fair Board, a town person said, we want to be part of this, and they're the ones that donated this thing. So how awesome. Cool is that?
Yeah,
two organizations work together, and the town says, hey, we want to be part of this thing.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, and it's going to be great to hand out the first awards down there in the brand new pristine Winner's Circle. That'll be awesome. Let's talk about the campground. The last couple of years, you guys have done some improvements with the fencing around. And where are you at as far as, I know the campground was on par there with Talladega there for quite a while. Where's that at?
We're at 2,100 exact campsites. We actually had to eliminate a couple of them because we lined our campground up different than the Fair Board did, and they put in some electric, so we had to move some stuff around, and hopefully we can maybe add those campsites back. But I don't exactly know how many Talladega has. I know it's really, really close.
I know you guys were neck and neck there for a while, so I was just kind of curious where that was at. But
the improvements for the fencing, it's just to keep our fans safe. It's the people that are here to support the event. So that really worked out well last year. I know the security people, the fire and EMS said it was much better. I actually had a couple people, because when I go back, because I camp back at our building, I had some people ride along with me and say, you took this back 20 years. It's fun again. And that was the important thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. And like you said, and safe. That's the biggest thing.
Yes, fun and safe. That's what we got going on back there now.
Well, awesome, guys. We got to keep things rolling here. We appreciate you guys spending a little bit of time. We know you guys are busy. We'll let you guys get to work. A big night ahead of us here, session number 1. Everything's ready to go. But thanks for spending a little bit of time with us, guys. Dave Schultz and Keith Seiler here, both the president and the director here with the Northwest Ohio Tractor Pullers Association, the Blue Shirts. here in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Well, thanks for having us on the countdown on FullPull.live. Looking forward to the live stream and looking forward to a great night of tractor pedaling.
Absolutely. Once again, thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, so Dave Schultz, Keith Seiler joining us here for the Blue Shirts here on our Countdown to Full-Time show here, and we'll bring in our next guest here, and we'll take a look here at our lineup here, what's coming up next. All right, hey, I know this guy, Joe Aher. Joe joining us here, and Joe, we got Skag stuff on here this weekend. What's going on here? This mower we got behind us.
It's pretty cool. You know, it's a great company, American built up in Wisconsin, and I was pretty proud to get introduced to the guy. And I said, you know what? I said I need to bring you guys to a tractor pull, and I wanted to bring them to the biggest one in the country. And I said, everybody in this grandstand mows lawn, and I said there's an opportunity to move some lawnmowers. So I just brought Skag out here for the weekend, and I just wanted to represent them, and it's kind of cool to have them on board with us.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, they've got a big footprint in NHRA drag racing. You know, they sponsor 3 cars, national, professional cars there, Top Fuel, like Funny Car, as well as a pro stock, and getting them involved here in the sport of pulling. What's the first words? We've taken them through the pits and checking out all this horsepower here this weekend.
I think they're pretty impressed. You know, it's just the different combinations, where you got a funny car, you got a fuel car, everything's just a basic, but here you got turbocharged mini rods, natural aspirated big block Chevrolets and Chrysler Hemis and Fords, and so there's a little bit of everything here, very similar but different. So it's and we're doing it on dirt. It's not the same track for everybody, and we got an early number tonight. We're hoping we can get a good hard lap down, get them a top 5 finish hopefully for tonight. It's hard to say. There's a lot of good iron out there.
Now, Joe, you had told me that you worked on the tractor here since the last event in Rockwell, made some changes to that, ready to go here for Bowling Green. You got that hot Bowling Green setup in there that works?
Yeah, it's just Mother Nature builds bowling tracks, and it's been tough on us this year. And you as a dirt racer totally understands about the dirt, and these guys, if anybody's going to build a good track, it'll be these guys. They started on here, I believe, Monday, and maybe even before that, a week ahead of time, and just got a lot of water in this track, and that's going to be good for us here about 9:30 or so when that sun goes over the bleachers. That's going to be important. So,
and you guys are going to be second class here this afternoon over here on the grandstand side. I do believe.
Good. It's not only good for us because then we can get out of the hot fire suits and relax, but the biggest thing is for the crowd and for the kids. They come and pay the big admission to come and see us. It's important. We are Top Fuel. We are the biggest class, the most horsepower. There's other classes that are awesome too, but definitely we're the big horsepower ones. If the little kids want to see some big horsepower, they need to see us before 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, and that's important.
So now, Joe, you have the Turf Tiger number 2 here. Now, there is a video. Is it on Facebook, or what is it? We're towing your tractor around. Is that? I heard that's going around.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They had no idea it would pull an 8,000-pound, 13,000 horsepower tractor around the pit area, and they're pretty excited about that. So it's a real nice machine. They do a good job, and I'm just proud to represent them for the weekend and bring them here at Bowling Green and have all these awesome fans come around. And please stop over to the tent and visit with the local reps and give them a shot at a new mower.
Absolutely, and like you say, it's just a I would say like a peanut butter and jelly scenario, where you got pulling fans and they got to mow their lawn, so
that's right.
It works out perfect. So yeah, that's great. And well, Joe, thanks for spending a little bit of time with us here. Countdown to Full-Time show. We're just about ready to get things rolling. You got to get over to the scales in just a little bit here, as you'll be the second class. Any last words here before we send you on your way?
I just want to appreciate everybody here at Bowling Green. You guys, Full Pull, you guys are just doing a great job. It's huge to the fans sitting at home. It's good to have you. We wish you were here, but if you can't, you can pay the $39 and get the show on TV, and that's just important to just keep pulling, just keep getting it out there, because a win on Sunday is a sale on Monday, and it's just all about promotions.
Absolutely, and you're able to follow all your favorites no matter where they go on the Grand National Circuit. all the Grand National events are on Full Pull Live, and for, like you say, $40 a month, you can, we have over 60 events this August alone, and we'll take it right into the Enderley, the last event of the season, and right down to those points. So, Joe, well, good luck to you, Joe, and hopefully everything gets rolling here for you. I know you said got the combination in there, so hopefully everything's good to go here tonight, and we'll let you take the Turf Tiger back. And how fast does this thing get going?
I believe this one does 13.
13, all right.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. The ground conditions, as hard as they are on lawns, I don't think you want to go much faster.
Yeah, that's good enough, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, so Joe Ader joining us here tonight. Countdown, the full-time show here as we'll get going here tonight, 7 o'clock start time. As what do we got up next?
I'm going to kick you out so you can go get ready to announce if that's okay.
That'll work.
Mitchell Getz, come on up from Cowtails. Thank you, Dan Mayer. Thank you, Joe Ader.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate you guys. I'm going to sit down with Mitchell Getz here from Cowtails. You're going to make me hungry.
Absolutely.
You're not easy to talk to when I'm trying to lose weight. So, Mitchell, Cowtails, honestly love it. I see it at every gas station I stop at, and I travel all over the country. Thank you for your sponsorship with the NTPA. Can you tell us a little bit about Cowtails and why you partnered up with the NTPA?
Well, Cowtails have been around since 1984.
Okay.
The company is a Getz Candy Company. We manufactured caramel creams, bullseyes for years, and in '84 somebody said, why don't you stretch one of those bullseyes out and call it a cowtail? And my dad was like, I'm not calling my candy the ass end of a cow. And but somehow it worked out, and we've been making them, and we love the NTPA. And these are our customers. We've got so much energy here, and we source all our ingredients U.S. Corn sweeteners from the Midwest, milk from Wisconsin, wheat flour from Pennsylvania, cane sugar from Southeast. So it's American made.
I love it. What is your favorite cowtail?
I love the brownie, the brownie one.
Is that a newer one or?
A couple years.
Okay.
It used to be brown with a white center, the traditional white, and then we made it with a fudge center, and I think it's just the best thing we make.
So is it kind of like a movie, like every Monday you just get in a room and you throw a bunch of new, like, I want to try a cherry blueberry, or how do we do this?
You should come to our production meetings. It's entertaining. It's very entertaining.
What's the craziest idea that you guys said, no way in hell?
But I can't say that on.
You can't
the
say it on
mic.
air.
Yeah,
Nobody's watching.
But they're great ideas. We just got to figure out the right name for them.
Do you know that movie Major League when Bob Uecker, I think he cusses on the air, and then
Yeah,
the guy.
I've been known to do that.
And he goes, well, nobody's listening anyway. So it's all good. No, in all seriousness, thank you for the sponsorship. Where are you guys located at here on the grounds? I know you always have a booth at every pull.
We're right over behind it, right next to the toy barn.
Okay.
Right behind all the food stands.
Nice.
We're over there. Come visit us. We got free cowtails, selling T-shirts. It's got a lot of energy even today.
So if they're hungry, they can come see
Come
you.
over. We got free stuff.
I love it.
Enjoy.
Hey, so have you been to many truck and tractor pulls yourself?
Yeah, 2015. I think we took 2 years off around COVID when things got a little nutty. We had to spend some more time in the factory.
Yes,
but
it did.
I've been to every one since then, and I love it. And I make time for it, and I just really enjoy it.
Do you have a favorite class or category? Do you like smoke? Do you like noise? What do you like?
I like them all. I think that just sit in this front row in a folding chair and feel it, there's nothing else like it. It's hard to explain to people.
So the rumors are true, you're building a mini rod?
Yeah. We do have some over at the RC pullers. Yeah, we've got a couple over there.
We'll
We've
get you a
supported those
3,000
guys.
horsepower
They're
one.
all, yeah. Well, okay, you can get me one.
I'll
Pretty good
get you
driver.
one, so you'll be a good driver?
Yeah, I can
Awesome.
drive.
Cool.
Love motorsports.
Thank you for coming to Bowling Green. Thank you for being part of the NTPA. We appreciate your sponsorship.
Well, we appreciate everybody here. Thank you.
If you want a free cowtail, you can't get a free cowtail on the live stream. We should that'd be a lot of work to set up a coupon code. We need them to come
We
to
can
the
do
thing.
that. Just
We're
let us
gonna
know.
figure
We'll do it.
something out.
We'll do it. We love giving them away.
I do. Well, there's always a box of them in our production trailer, and this is why. Well, you can't eat just one. It's like a Pringles.
It's great, isn't it?
Thanks for your time, Mitch.
Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy. Coming up next, I got Anthony Bush, Ohio Ethanol 88. He's a board member. He just told me he's been camping for 30. Hey, did you want a cowtail, Anthony?
No, I'm good.
Mitchell, we could do one. We could do one on air if we want. So.
Ruined my supper.
Yeah, they take some to the production trailer. Anthony Bush, my notes say Ohio Ethanol 88 board member, blue handle at the gas pumps.
Yes, sir. I'm chairman of the Ohio Corn Marketing Program.
So you're a big deal.
I wouldn't go that far. But
if you're a chairman, somebody likes
Yeah.
you. You're the only one who said yes, right?
well, our president will be here tomorrow night, and she'll do a great interview for you also. But yes, this idea came about. We have this product here in Ohio made from Ohio-grown corn that is 15% ethanol gas. It's approved in 96% of the vehicles on the road today. So most any gas car, 2001 or newer, is capable of running this product, and it, on average, saves about 22 cents a gallon at the pump.
That's awesome.
And there is no mileage penalty, anything like that anymore.
Yeah, there was in the beginning, I remember.
Well, the old 85%, E85, there was a penalty there. And it kind of, the engines back in the mid-2000s, they weren't really ready for prime time yet.
Right.
But these engines today can run this product. I mean, almost every gallon you run now is already 10% ethanol.
Okay.
So this is just 15% ethanol.
And that much more can kick it up, huh?
It does. I mean, we're looking at, it's 88 octane, so it's just one notch better than the 87.
And that's always the cheap stuff, the 87.
Yep, and this, like at your Sheetz or Casey stations, will almost always be 20 cents cheaper. And we have 7 ethanol plants right here in Ohio capable of producing the product, and our ethanol industry in this state burns about 1 out of every 3 bushels of corn grown in Ohio.
That's outstanding. So it's staying in the state of Ohio, your corn?
A lot of it does.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great product for us, and without it, we would be in big trouble here in Ohio.
That's thank you for saving it. My dad's a farmer as well in Iowa, but they're all in this together.
I love Iowa. Beautiful state.
I drove there from yesterday. I was at the Iowa State Fair yesterday, so I headed this way last night.
My son was there.
Awesome. All right, 37 years at Bowling Green. You said, do you remember your first year at Bowling Green?
Absolutely.
How old were you?
20.
I'm going to date you.
I was 20 years old, and this is 37 years. I've been camping back in the back with some friends.
Do you kind of have the same neighbors?
Yep. This is like a big family reunion. I see people here that this is the only place I ever see them all year.
That's awesome.
And the fine group that I camp with, I met them here 30 years ago camping, and we've just stayed, and we just have a great time back there. We've got the best campsite. We've got couches. We've got ceiling fans. We've got tents. And we'll eat as good as anybody back there.
I love it. When did you guys move in?
We came in Tuesday morning.
Okay. When do they open the campgrounds?
Tuesday morning.
Were you one of the first ones here?
I was probably one of the first 30 here.
Okay.
So
I know it's always a big deal for the pullers to be Jeff Hodem's usually the first one here, but Tom LaRue beat him this year.
Yeah.
They let him out of Canada. We thought we had him stopped at the border.
Yep.
But they snuck him through.
I have been the first one here before. I came up on Monday night and slept in the Kroger parking lot, and so I have been here, but. Our ethanol industry here in Ohio, we support about 20,000 employees.
Wow.
Which is just...
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Good paying jobs.
Yeah, they're good, skilled labor jobs. And like I said, without it, Ohio farmers were, 1 out of every 3 bushels. That's a lot. So, I would encourage anybody here to, go to their Sheetz or Casey's or anywhere you can find it.
The blue handle, they said.
Pick up the blue handle and give it a try. This all came about from just basically in my head, and then I got the board to buy into it. And, we got to get our own people, our own farmers to use our product.
Right.
And I was talking to a farmer friend back there yesterday, and he didn't even know about it. So this is our target audience. We need our people to use our product.
Yep. So, man, if you're listening right now or watching, grab that blue pump. So Casey's has teamed up. So every Casey's in Ohio, every Sheetz in Ohio?
Yep.
How many stores do you know that top of your head?
I do not know that off the top of my head.
You weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
That wasn't on the notes.
There's a QR code in some of the programs that you can scan, and it will tell you where it's available. So...
Favorite class to watch here in Bowling Green?
Well, I'm a long-time pro stock guy, but when I come to Bowling Green, I love to watch the unlimited mods. I love to watch the mini rods, the diesel pickup trucks.
There's not a bad class.
There just isn't a bad class. I have my dad and uncle actually pulled here back in the early 70s, and I've been coming for. I've been a pulling fan all my whole life, and so I know all these guys, and watched them for years and years.
Yep. Are you a North Sider or a South Sider? Where do you sit?
Oh no, I'm a North Sider.
You're a North Sider?
I sit down here in the new bleachers.
All right.
So I got a great seat. I'm up just high enough. I can see both tracks, and keep the riffraff away.
I love it. Well, we'll let you go. Anthony, thank you for your sponsorship and your time, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for this opportunity.
Speaking of the Pro Stock guy, I'm going to interview Tim Kane next.
Tim Kane, he's been at it a long time.
He's kind of good. He's been on a streak here lately, so let's see if he can continue it. Tim Kane and the Red Gambler, my man. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
New Palestine, Ohio, Indiana. How far are you from home, bud?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. So it's just a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty good.
Do you remember your first Bowling Green?
Yeah, 1993.
So no roll cages.
Oh, no.
Red Gambler, Pro Stock.
Pickup and a gooseneck. Didn't even know where I was going. I was following this guy on the interstate, and he was a blue shirt.
Yep.
I just followed him.
He said, come on out to Bowling Green.
Yeah, he actually stopped and said, follow me.
I know where I'm going? That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, it was a dead giveaway with the pulling tractor on the back of the trailer. Tim, what does Bowling Green mean to you?
Oh, it's the biggest, most prestigious outdoor pull of the whole year. I mean, biggest crowd. I mean, it's to hear the fans roar when you make a good run on Friday or Saturday night is just awesome.
Yeah, no, somebody said that earlier. When you can hear that through your helmet, it's wild.
Yeah.
It is wild.
Ain't no doubt.
I mean, normally Donna yells at you, but, you know, you don't have your helmet on then. So,
Yeah.
I didn't get you in trouble, did I, Tim?
Oh, no.
I don't think so.
No.
How many years you and Donna been married?
It'll be 49 years in December.
49 years in December. Pros Talk Trip Friday night and Saturday night. How many Bowling Green wins does Mr. Tim Kane have with the Red Gambler?
I actually have not won.
What?
No, I have seconds and thirds.
Did you pull off any rings with those seconds and thirds?
I was close one year. I was like second when nobody dominated. I was like second.
Who got you?
You know, I don't even remember. It wasn't one of the big favorites at the time.
Yeah.
But Chris got a win here one year in a pull-off, and that was a big deal. But I've yet to get my first one. I'm kind of hopeful for this weekend.
Well, I watched you win at Rockwell. I watched you win where else at? Just you had two in a row. We did Rockwell.
Brandenburg.
Yep, I watched that on the live stream because we got rained out before recovery. So.
Yes.
And you had a good pass at Napoleon. So it's such a tough class, Tim.
I kind of stepped on my toes at Napoleon.
You did? I don't remember that.
I totally misjudged the track.
Well, let's talk about it, Tim. I like it when you make mistakes. Just tell the whole world what'd you do wrong, buddy.
About everything, you know.
Everything?
I picked the wrong part of the track, I think. Okay. I missed my front end weight. And, you know, I just didn't do it right that night. And
it happens. Even to a wily veteran like yourself, it happens.
Yeah.
People don't expect people like you to make mistakes, Tim.
Oh, baloney.
Baloney.
If you're not making mistakes, you're not trying very hard.
Right? So the Bowling Green track, I hear from a lot of pullers, it's good dirt, some of the best dirt they pull on. What would you compare this track to where you're going to set your tractor up similarly?
Oh, well, you know, it's probably a little better than Napoleon was last week on average.
Napoleon was a good track last week.
Yeah, it was. It was a little tricky.
Yeah, it was.
The whole track wasn't good.
Right?
Historically, Napoleon, you want to be on the right side of the track, and that proved out again this year. And like a dummy, I didn't follow the right side of the track. But
first step is denial, Tim.
Yeah,
first step is denial.
So no, this is it'll compare with Wellington, Ohio, or Canton, Ohio for me.
Yep.
Well, even Urbana, the Enderley.
Okay.
It'll be very similar to that.
Nice.
So,
anybody you want to thank here tonight before I let you go?
Oh, just all the fans for coming out and all the sponsors. You guys for promoting all this online and FullPull, and the live stream's really fun to watch when we happen to be at home. We can just log on and watch a pull.
Do you go back and watch your replays at all of your run?
Sometimes, not as often as I should. I intend to, and then I never do it. But yeah, I do once in a while. Cause,
we hear that from a lot of pullers that like to go back.
I had to watch Rockwell.
I would too. Yeah. So
that was a good weekend.
I still remember when you got Benson 2 years ago on Saturday night or Friday night. I don't remember which night.
Saturday night last year.
That had been your first Grand National win in a couple of years.
Yeah.
You had the old fist in the air.
I was pretty. Yeah, I knew I had a good run at the time, and it was pretty exciting to get a win because it's hard to win.
Yes, it is. Your class is so hard. Yeah, all you guys don't mess around. There ain't nothing like that at all. So
yeah.
So all right, so we're gonna do some picks here, okay?
Oh my.
So fans, get the FullPull app out on your phone or go to FullPullPicks.com. Tim and I are gonna make some picks right now, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun. I know the first class is the Unlimiteds, Tim. So I'm going to look at them on my phone right now. We have them up on the screen for the fans at home as well. I'm waiting for my phone to load. Going to go to Unlimiteds. So basically, Tim, we got to pick 2 competitors that we think are going to finish in the top 3. We can make a $5 pick up to a $1,500 pick. I don't want your credit card. We're just trying to show people how to do this. Right now, I'm going to read these off for you, Tim. Cross-threaded is 1.4 to 1. He's a strong favorite right now. That means a lot of the money's on him. The Gambler, Mark Cole's 10 to 1. Emacs, Joe Ader is a 1.4 to 1. Doug Theobald, who won in Chapel Hill, is 10 to 1. Kevin Criswell with Blown Scentless is 2 to 1. Uncle Sam, Wayne Purser is 4 to 1. Brad Benedict is 10 to 1 with Nonsense. Ricky Rose in the Giddy Up is 10 to 1. David Richardson in the Foursome is 2 to 1. Billy Beers in the War Wagon is the biggest favorite right now. He's almost straight dead even money. Brad Benedict making sense 4 to 1. And then Nathan Fry, the Totally Fried Tractor, he's 10 to 1. And then the field pick, Tim, is where you can pick. There's a couple tractors in there. So the Judge Next Generation and the Dirt Slinger 1X is in there. So if we grab the field pick, we technically get both of those tractors. So who do you like tonight, Tim Kane? Give me 2 to finish in the top 3 in the unlimited class.
I kind of like Billy Beers.
Kind of like Billy Beers?
And Dave Richardson.
Billy Beers and David Richardson. So we'll punch that in. So those are going to be some favorites. So a $5 pick, that would win us $8. Okay, but let's, for fun, let's say we did a $1,500 pick. Okay, that'd win us. Oh, I gotta hit the button. I did it wrong. Sorry. 30 multiplier. I'll just do 10. A 50 would win us $80. A $50 pick. And if I do 300, a $1,500 pick would win us $2,400. So, Tim, are you feeling saucy? You gamble. Your tractor's called the Gambler, Tim.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I guess we got a little gambling in our background.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Let's do one more class, Tim, then I'm going to let you go. I appreciate you coming on tonight. You tell me what you want to do. Do you want to do diesel supers for tomorrow? Do you want to do pro stocks for I'm not going to let you do your own class.
Yeah, that's
Do you want to do light mods tonight or light supers tonight? 2-wheel drive trucks tonight? Which ones do you like?
Oh, let's do light supers.
Light supers. Tim Kane. I'm going to read through these for you again. Considered Armed and Dangerous is 4 to 1. Terry Blackburn. Detonator Black. Adam Spiegelberg's 4 to 1. Daniel Northcutt on the Edge is 10 to 1. Bin Buster's 4 to 1. Brandon Phillips is 10 to 1 on the John Deere. He calls Straight Jacket. Gunpowder and Lead. Marcus Weddelson's 2 to 1. Brian Bull's Alter Ego's 4 to 1. Terry Blackburn A&D Excessive Force is 2 to 1. Colton Whitworth with the Yield Express is 2.13 to 1. Brian Schrammick driving the Red IH is 2 to 1. Rex Kuhn, the Letter Buck, is the biggest favorite right now at 1.42 to 1. Then we got Larry Phillips with Extremely Insane at 4 to 1. Then our field picks, Tim. In the field, we have the Galat tractor, John Strickland, Kyle Carlin, Bad Blood. That's a brand new tractor. They just got that out at Brandenburg, where you won. Philip Lawrence, Over the Edge, Airborne, Cole Forrester, and Brandon Phillips, the Insanity tractor. So, do you like any of those field tractors, or do you want to just grab from the list?
I think we'll go from the list. I got to go with the Whitworth, one of the Whitworth.
Yep, which one do you want? He won with every one of them in Rockwell.
I don't know. I'm not even sure which one's the...
Yep, Bin Buster. And I think the other one is the Yield Express.
I think Yield Express.
Okay, we're going to go Yield Express. Give me one more.
The second one's kind of tough. I'm going to go with Marcus Weldson.
I like it. Gunpowder and Lead is 2 to 1. So, Tim, again, we're picking 2 to finish in the top 3 at FullPullPicks.com or the Full Pull app. And games will be up all weekend long. So, $5 pick for us would win $10.65. Let's see, let's zoom it up a little bit. $150 pick would win us $319.50. So,
okay,
we're ready to go gambling, Tim. Tim Kane, I appreciate you.
All right.
You and your wife Donna. But how long have you been pulling, buddy?
Well, off and on almost my whole adult life, but start with it was just farm stock stuff, you know. And then for a while the kids were growing up, I didn't do anything, and then we got back in it. So over 40 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
perfect. Thank you. It's a labor of love and passion, and some days you want to quit and pull your hair out, and other days it's amazing. So
yeah, there's nothing more exciting than the adrenaline rush when you make a good run.
No, it isn't. So I hope you make a good run, and I hope you can hear the crowd cheering for Tim Kane and the Red Gambler Friday night or Saturday night. Well, heck, why don't we just do both nights? You can hear him through the helmet. So
yeah, for sure.
That's what's fun. Thank you, Mr. Kane.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Folks, thanks for watching Countdown to Pull Time. My name's Jason Schultz. Tim Kane, I'll shut your mic off, buddy. We're going to be live in 1 hour on FullPull.live for those of you that cannot be here. So